I typically would prepare something along that line, but I've never pitched it in any of my my interviews. And I think it's much better to talk about a sector and some of the trends you're seeing rather than go into a specific, because that there's a risk around whether you have a different view to the company or the firm that you're interviewing. Maybe they know more about that firm or that company than you do. So that is how I would think about that topic. But certainly be ready to have unique perspectives on particular deals, particular companies, or the activities of those companies, and potentially the unique angle that you can drive from that. I think it's useful.
Yeah, I would just add, I think it's a little bit of a catch-22 over there, but one of the reasons why just pitching a particular target is not that great is because there's going to be a lot of information on the target that you don't have access to. So it's anyways going to be a little bit half-baked. But as I think Tim pointed out, I think doing a sector or a subsector, let's say a particular sector with these 7 names in it, I think you can have a thesis going in that here's what I know about the sector, and within these I can rank them 1 to 7. Like you can still go with that shot, so that if you're off and your number 1 is not the firm's number 1, but number 2 and number 3 is still, you still rank them pretty high. So it's a little bit of a tricky balance that you have to do. But having said that, I did a sort of a name and that backfired. But I think even when it backfired, I think people were appreciative of the fact that at least I did an effort and tried to present something. And they corrected me, and once they corrected me, I corrected my pitch and then kind of like rinse and repeated.
Right. No, actually, what I said. Listen, yeah. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, no, I would echo the sentiment that pitching a specific company is probably has a little bit more downside risk than upside. But having specific thoughts about a sector or a set of sectors, that's what I did, and that's probably a more fruitful conversation in terms of being able to say why you like a particular subsegment of healthcare, consumer, industrials, whatever it is, and being able to articulate why you like it, where are some of the risks, how you view it in relation to deploying capital elsewhere. And that just allows for kind of a more fluid conversation. It's also hard to, like, if you're pitching a middle market firm, like they're not doing big company public to private transactions. So it's a little bit hard to pitch specific companies. But I would say, like, having specific thoughts on a sector, like, that's definitely worth it, and definitely worth incorporating into your conversations.
Excellent.
Yeah, and just to
go to you.
I just wanted to add something, Kaushik. So I would definitely not do this like on the first call, but I would rather use like this pitch idea in order to get traction on a process, because sometimes you will have like 2, 3, 4, 5 conversations, and you will feel that you are not going anywhere. So proposing to do a pitch or something like that as part of the process, I think that might help you to get traction and to get more guidance on the next steps.